domesticated lady. Let me pack my lunch. Good morning, my boos, and happy Monday. Cheers. Y'all, I'm on my way to the office. Y'all, I have 48 days and counting until my 50th birthday. And as the questions are coming in as of what am I doing, y'all, I'm all over the place. I have literally nothing set in stone as it relates to my birthday. And that is a first. Do I want to do another? Do I want to do a volleyball game and make it annual? I was going to plan a softball game. Do I want to be out by a pool, by a beach? What do I want to do? Do I want to have a dinner? Y'all, I literally don't have any plans, and that is so unlike me. But what's odd about it, although it is my 50th and I know it's huge, I'm okay without having any plans. But I know I'm going to do something. Like literally, I know I'm going to do something. But with that being said, my boos, y'all, I hope this week zoomed by. I have a busy weekend, but I'm looking forward to it, y'all, because life don't stop. As long as we above ground, child, that is the goal. The goal is to be above ground every day, and I'm so grateful that God has given me another opportunity, y'all, to get it right and be above ground. But I hope y'all had a really good weekend. I hope y'all's week starts off. And if one thing that we know, what we're not gonna do is let a motherfucker steal our joy. We ain't doing it. We're not doing it. But anyway, you guys, I'll pick you guys up back later. Y'all, the weather is disgusting. Yesterday, when I was out with the fam, it literally rained all day long, which it was like 40. It went to 40% chance of rain and 75% chance of rain. Child, it was more like 100. But anyway, but right now it's not any rain, but it's a little doom and gloom outside. I hope and pray that the weather, when I leave work this evening, the weather is good so I can hit the park. I want to lose like 10. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I really want to try to lose like 10 pounds before my birthday. I do. I tried on my birthday outfit, you know, my little volleyball set that I wore to my birthday party last year. It still fit, but it's fitting. It ain't giving, you know, it's not as, you know, it's not giving the same fit that it was last year. But anyway, that's just my goal. Y'all, I'm getting ready to be 50. Oh, I miss my mama so much. I do.
Incoming call.
I miss her.
Press you connect.
But all right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Thank you. Hello. Good. How are you? I just want one vanilla on chocolate.
Alrighty, they're half off. Can we get you another?
That's fine. And I just came back from working out, but you know what? I'll take red velvet. Yeah. Trying to be good. Why are you chewing on Granny shoe? Stop it. Echo. Get your collar put back on. Say hey. Say hey, my boos. Say hey, my granny boos. Isn't he gorgeous, y'all? Just beautiful. Yeah, that baby beautiful. Oh no, trust me. I learned my lesson last night.
His poop back to normal though, thank God.
Good.
Running a business and a family. Ooh, sounds like someone could use a vacation. A what? A vacation. Like
Just a boy and his, well, not a boy, just a young man and his pup.
I get to sit for a while. No. Oh, like when I make.
Look at the grand pup's little playpen. Ugh. You don't see it?
Devastating. They picked up filming, but Mary Cosby took her time. The cast went on a trip to San Francisco, and we got some footage of this trip. They were celebrating St. Patrick's Day, and we learned there is a new cast member, Ashley Kay. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. And there was footage of her crying with Meredith Marks and Lisa Barlow, which to me meant they're comforting her. And Angie Kay was seemingly really close with Heather.
And just like that, the bag is secured. Bye, my boos.
Jeff described it perfectly as,
All right, y'all. So let's do a taste test. This is the grandma, like the mother's circus cookie. Okay, that's good. I really do not like crumble cookies. The only cookie that I like from them, it used to be their Twix cookie. It used to be their Twix cookie, but then they changed their recipe. But I like this pink sugar cookie. So the pink sugar cookie always comes chilled. The mother's circus cookie is warm. It's good. Let's see. The Oreo, it's all right. That's why I got the minis. Oh, y'all, how rude of me. You have a bite. All right. Just something light. Bye, y'all.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hey, my boos. Baby, how was everybody's day today? I hope good. Baby, today is Friday Eve. Y'all know where I'm on my way to. This is a good day. It's hot. It's 89 degrees. It's a little humid, but... So do y'all remember when I was telling y'all that it was, I think it was somebody living out their car, you know, this unhoused, living in my work parking lot, right? So let me tell y'all, you know, I'm very observant, y'all. Very observant. Lady, what's happening? What happened? Because you didn't stop. You rolled and stopped. But anyway, so the other day I had went to we had went to Taco Bell on our lunch, and I kept saying, why does that car look so familiar? And then when it turned, I saw, because the car is like beat up. I'm talking about the whole, one of the whole like sides of the car, I'm talking about, it's beat up, and it's like literally like, look like both doors on whatever side that is like duct taped. Like, I mean, it's a mess. But anyway, so when the car was like, I said, that's the car that's over there by the, over there by the job. And sure enough, we followed it back, and it was him. Bless his heart. Now I haven't seen him. I haven't seen it this week, and I haven't even mentioned anything to like our security guards or whatever, because I'm like, bless that man's heart. Surely, the way this economy is, y'all, and just who am I? But anyway, but now, sometimes we would say something for like safety purposes of our cars, but I don't feel, if we see any like weird activity, usually we will let the security guards know, because of our safety of our cars and stuff. Because in our parking lot at work, sad to say, y'all, cars have been stolen, cars have been broken into, all of the above. But just for the sake of, what that young man is going through, I wouldn't dare, but I haven't seen him, so that's why I'm saying something about it today, because I had got so used to, I would always kind of just look to see if he was there, like in the morning or in the evening, but I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him none this week, now that I think about it. So I hope everything is okay, or maybe, he found housing, or maybe he figured out that he, was going to go to another location. But if any of you guys have looked on TikTok, like there's a whole unhoused community on TikTok where some people have chosen to, give up their dwelling and literally live out of their car, because, everything going up, y'all, but pay. Everything going up, but pay. And I know some people are, are blessed beyond measure not to have to say that, but everything is going up, but pay. And, people need jobs. So a lot of people are choosing, hell, I'm paying $400-500, some even more for a car note and insurance. I can't afford both, you know what I mean, to, for a dwelling. So some people are choosing, even with children, y'all, with children as well as pets, are choosing to give up their dwelling and live in their car. And then it's like, I wonder if they have, if you noticed it, or if you've seen it, or if you go look on TikTok, all of them seem to go to Planet Fitness to like shower and like, do their hygiene routine. So I wonder if Planet Fitness, I don't know, maybe they have a membership, who knows, child, or the way it gives that, maybe Planet Fitness is just one of those companies or one of those locations that make it comfortable for them to go in and shower and stuff. Because I've seen quite a few of, individuals. But also too, it's kind of like if you're unhoused, like would then that make you like a vagabond or like a nomad? Because I guess you have to either be a vagabond or a nomad if you're traveling while unhoused, right? Because if you're like stationed, I don't know, but that's, those are the type of things. Because I just, wonder, like, and it just really makes me, thank God every day. You know what I mean? Because trust me, my people know what I be saying. But anyway, y'all, I didn't want anything as I talked your ear off for another 5 minutes. But all right, y'all, so I'm headed to the park. Let me go ahead and zen out for a little bit, make a few phone calls before I get there, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all, I'm back. Real quick, in the last vlog I was talking to you all about remember Marlo on the Cam Newton interview. Y'all, I like podcasts, I like ebooks, and I love interviews. But anyway, so I watched the Hollywood Unlocked interview with Jason Lee and K. Michelle. Y'all, when I tell you, we all know K. Michelle is, is crazy and, awful jump. But I really enjoyed that interview, baby. I had a few keys out of that interview because, just to hear the way she, number one, the way she talks, she has such a, cute, great, Western, accent, with her being from Memphis or whatever. But even, it does have a little more twang to it. Her Memphis accent isn't like Glorilla's or anybody else, but it is country. But I like it because even Jason Lee said you sound a little more Nashville than you do Memphis. But anyway, but what was funny was because she, it's like she has the most funniest one-liners, and I also liked how she was actually being very transparent on there, talking about how she had a lot of guilt because she had her son while she was in college. Her parents raised her son for she can finish college and work on her music and things of that nature, and she was sharing like how her son is so different from her, how she like she gave him a Benz. Then he didn't want the Benz, but then when he graduated college, he was around Memphis doing Uber in the Benz, and K. Michelle was like, well, you can't do that. And he was like, why not? And she was like, well, anything that you need, I would give you. Like, you don't have to be out here Ubering, and then she shared that he was traveling to like Guatemala, traveling to a little different places, and she was like, you can't do that. And she was like, we at war and you traveling. But bottom line is, she was just saying how she really still just wants her baby to like, her baby to call her every day, to need her, to want her. And she was so transparent. And when she was saying like, now that her son is grown, she was like, I don't know what to do. And y'all, when I tell you that resonated with me, because I classify, this term helicopter parent. I think I've shared that before. Y'all, I love the shit out of my motherfucking kids. I fight my kids' battles. I don't give a damn if they grown, married with their own family. Who fuck with you? Who hurt you? Whatever. But I've always been that way. And I just, and even still to this day, if I could fix everything, I would. But I just really, really resonated with her because she was just, and she got emotional. And she was just like, I just want him to call me every day. Just need me. Just, I want you to talk to me. And that just really, really, really hit home. And, everybody knows that my internal clock is ticking. I want a grandchild. And listening to that conversation and also having a conversation with with other people, and because majority of my crew, they are already grandparents. Besides myself, and I'm talking about some of them are grandparents over, but besides myself, y'all, like my crew, like I think me, Vaughn, it might be maybe 3 or 4 of us or that I know who don't have grandchildren. But then anyway, but just what I'm saying to say is that could be why my clock is ticking, because I'm so used, you guys, all my adult life, I had my, can I video? But guess what? Hold on, y'all. Whoop. Babe, when I tell you, why do you park that way? Hold on. But all my life, all my adult life, I'm grown. All my adult life, you guys, I've been a mom. I had my daughter at 21. My mama had me at 21. I had my daughter at 21. So baby, I tell her all the time, she already broke that spell. But then I had my son at 27. But then, I've raised my kids, then, my mom got ill. And then, like I told you, me and my family, we were my mom's caregivers for 14 years. I'm a wife, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, that and then it's like, you know, my life since my mom has passed, and in the last year or whatever, you know, life has been life, and you know, shit's been changing. Shit ain't the same. But it's kind of like, you know, is that clock ticking because I'm so used to being that, you know, being a caregiver, being a mom, you know what I mean? Is that why? Because trust me, I know for a fact, baby, just give me one. All I want is one. But then I also know, if, you know, I don't like to put a lot of pressure on my kids, but I'm sure they'll say I do. But at the same token, I am also one of those parents that tell my kids to live and travel, you know, and to do all that. But I also say, if it's in God's plan for me to be a grandmother, you know, I just hope that I do. But I also want to be able-bodied and able-mind, you know what I mean? Because, you know, my mom, my daughter, and if I said this already, shit, I'm saying it again. My daughter had a good length of time to really experience and have a, you know, a relationship with my mom, like to the point where my mom, you know, she traveled with my mom, you know, they hung out, my mom picked her up and stuff. And, you know, because, you know, it's a 7-year gap between my son and my daughter. And, you know, my son got to experience that, but my mom really got ill. You know, my mom had MS, and my mom really stopped driving. She moved, my mom moved in with us 14 years, my son literally was just going to, I think my baby was in 1st grade. Maybe 1st, maybe 2nd, but like, yeah, but it was young, you know, he was young. So, you know, he got to experience a little bit of that, but, you know, all his life, you know, my mom has been, you know, wheelchair bound pretty much, you know, yeah, wheelchair bound. So, but, you know, baby, she still did for them kids. I mean, whatever. But, you know, just that experience, like, you know, I just, you know, want to, forgive me. You know, I just want to be, you know, in that position to where, you know, I could have that. You know, and I used to say, you know, once I have a grandchild, baby, I'm retiring, because I want to be there to pick them up, drop them off, you know, all of that. But, you know, hey, anywho, but the K Michelle interview was good. She gave a lot of good gossip. She talked hella shit. Her little one-line zingers were on point. It was good. It was really, really good. But anyway, y'all, so I done made it to my destination. So, you know what? Let me turn my tires this way. Yeah, I made it to my destination, y'all. So let me get to it, and I'll pick y'all up maybe when I leave or when I get home. All right, y'all. Bye again. Be safe if y'all are if y'all are driving home. Bye.
Just wanna be your girl.